knowing that this didn't play out the way that he.
Hello, guys. We're back here with round 5 of our Eternal Legacy tournaments that we hold every
Eternal
month.
Sunday.
Eternal Sunday,
Get
yes.
on the branding.
Yes, I need to get on the branding here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
We
so
have
yeah, yep.
Kong Chon Ting against Wang Weichen.
Mm.
The time is not time. The time is 49:40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mick is here, right? Did you put the time here? Yeah, can you just?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
too
yeah.
sure.
For sure, for sure. So we have two Singaporean grinders now, legacy aficionados. I think Chong Ting has played in a whole bunch of our modern, a whole bunch of our invitational series events. I think he's won one, at least one. And I think he's playing the Bomberman deck that we saw that you and I cast.
Oh yeah, we're back here
Yeah.
again.
Wei Chuan is playing Delver. I think it might be Rug Delver.
Yep,
So quite a similar matchup, but not exactly the same, right? Yeah.
yep. No black.
No disruption, no hand-based disruption, which is pretty key. Um, that was pretty key in Liam's victory over Gabriel. And we see Chongting going for Mulligan here. I think it's really cards that are really scary, obviously, for Chongting out of sideboard are going to be things like Nalrod.
Yep.
Yeah.
No rod.
Stifle is pretty good against the activation of Auric Salvages, especially after you've discarded your hand.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
with the lines I diamond.
yeah. Um, but yeah, looking at the fresh seven. Looks like Monastery
Oh,
Mentor,
I see a chalice,
two Monastery Mentors,
but no
a
second
Lion's Eye
land.
Diamond, a Bauble, a Chalice.
Yeah, it looks like a chalice, the second card from the front. Monster Mental Chalice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is that even a land?
I think
There
that's a
is one land.
plains.
Yeah,
Plains.
yeah. He's gonna push.
Well, depending if I would keep this with a bobble and maybe he's on the draw step.
I think on the play I'd keep this, but not so much on the draw. Because I think on the draw your Chalice loses value, right?
Yeah.
Because you play on, especially if you know what your opponent's playing. Oh wow, he keeps it on the draw. So this is Delver. Oh, he's playing a Ponder.
Yep, looks like Rug Delver to me.
Oh, so he's must be looking for some way to interact with a Chalice, right?
Yep, good
And
way to
he's
do is a daze.
Days is okay, but he's shuffling. Oh, he's looking for a second land, right? That has to be the consideration then, I guess.
Well, I didn't get a good look at his hand.
Right. I mean, what if you pondered on turn one and you saw a daze? I mean, that's pretty ideal, right?
Yeah,
So
I would take
unless
that.
his hand already has dazes, I guess. Even if you don't want the daze itself, you can always use it to set up the Delver that you have in your hand. Like we've seen this in his hand, right?
Yep, there was
So
a Delver.
that's pretty interesting. On his part.
But Rug Delver has
So
been
shuffle cam.
yep, Rug Delver has been an uptick in Rug Delver recently due to printing of Ren and 6. Not many
Yeah.
people would think Ren and 6 would fit in a shell like Delver, but I guess it's working.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting card for sure. He drew Goif, which doesn't really do much. Oh wow, this is a turn one. This is a turn one Chalice. Oh well, yeah, turn one on his opponent's part, right? Because he has LED, Mishra's Bauble,
Yeah, Mr.
Mox,
Bubbles, Mox.
Opal.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, very good sequencing from Chongting because he plays the Opal first without his opponent knowing that he can get Metalcraft.
Yep.
So very well played on his part. And yeah, Chalice on one sticks. And now Wei Chuan wishes he had kept that days, even though that days might not have been enough against an Lion's Eye Diamond.
You're trading your hand for the days. Right?
Yeah, trading your hand for which his hand is only two cards, and he's already invested one in play. So he's gonna
So
look
this is
at
an
the
interesting
random card.
bubble here.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to look. Yeah, this is Urza's Bubble, not Mishra's Bubble. You gotta
Yeah.
look at a card in your opponent's hand. Arguably less powerful because you don't have fetch lands and stuff like that. You can't change alter your next draw by looking at the top card of your deck. But still overall a 0 mana artifact that draws a card. And this is Monastery Mentor.
Yep. Looks like Ancient Tomb was one of the two draw steps from Chongqing. being the bobble in his draw step.
Yep.
So yep, you see a mentor.
Yeah. So we were right about the him looking for a second land with the ponder. He missed the
Nope.
land drop,
And he found a
but he found one. He's played a goif, but this is not really how you want to be playing this deck, right? Like, and Chongting has to know that this is infinite. This is good because his opponent didn't force his chalice,
mm.
and now he knows that this mentor is. He has to discard his hand though. Yeah. But this means infinite prowess, infinite tokens. Yep. And
So
that's the
Oryx
quick
Oryx
end.
salvage is a it's 1/4, right?
I believe it's a 1/3.
Okay.
It could be a 1/4. Where is this? Does it not do auto predict? It's a
2/4. Okay.
Yeah, 2/4.
Bolt proof, which is quite
Yeah,
important. Not okay. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
So post board
Normal.
games, we're looking at probably some amount of swords to plowshares. Probably no cast outs. Probably leave all the wish targets in the board. He is gonna be deathly afraid of something like, oh, he's got disenchant, so that's good. Disenchant will probably be very good against Nalrod
And we
if
see-
his opponent is playing Nalrod. But the complete blanks otherwise if his opponent is not playing Nalrod. So
And I see something on Wei Chuan. Is that how you pronounce that?
yeah.
Wei Chuan side is surgical extraction, but
Yeah,
what
surgical's not bad
what
against.
Chongqing can do is he can wait till he has enough for two activations of
Yep, and return it in response. Yeah, I think surgical is interesting. Oh, this is a greedy deck. Wow,
Is this
It's
full
got
color?
yeah, it's got Leovold in it.
Oh, it's full color Delver.
Yeah,
Maybe he's playing Ren and 6.
he has Ren and 6.
No,
in
it's
his
full
deck.
color.
Yeah. I don't like full color. I just think that you play with a bunch of bad lands, literally bad lands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because imagine if you drew a hand with like, okay, in
Like Delver Badlands.
yeah, Delver Badlands or Ponder Badlands. You're like in most Delver decks, if you drew a single land, a
As-
single mana producing, a colored mana producing land, and a Ponder, you keep, right?
Yeah.
But if you draw Badlands, it feels bad, man. Literally
Yeah. Your lands are just
feels
bad.
feels real bad. Let's go back to the chat. There's nobody. Okay,
Yep. We have 34 viewers.
34 viewers, 34 of you creeping, just chilling, just watching us, listening to us talk to ourselves. Just being there, yeah, being the guy in the closet. Hey guys, don't mind me.
I'm interested in seeing the.
Sup, creeps?
Who's this?
That's super funny. I like his name, Alcander Lol. So he's he's a bit of a troll anyway. Yeah. So I think this is a matchup that Chongting probably has more practice than Wei Chuan with, because Wei Chuan's deck is a known deck, right?
Yeah, it's been
And that's
floating
kind of,
around.
kind of the benefit of playing a rogue deck at an event like this, right? You're gonna have more reps against the field than they have against you, and they're not gonna know to always try and have turn one interaction against you.
This feels pretty bad in this matchup, right? I mean, for Chongqing, it feels good. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean
I
that would have been better than straight losing in that situation.
yeah,
right?
true that if you kept the days off the ponder.
Yeah. Like, you're definitely looking for something like Force. Yeah. But post board, he has access to some interesting cards like Ancient Grudge, probably Abrupt Decay, stuff like that. And Decay, quite interestingly enough, goes through Chalice because it's uncounterable. So that could be a factor. Right.
The big one here is like no rod. If you had a no rod, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, Nara would be insane, obviously, because it shuts down like half of
Everything.
Chongqing's deck. Yeah.
I think everything except for mentor. And even though like the cards you're casting for the mentor tokens are like they shut down because of the no rod, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you could just cast Karns and put like tokens into play, constructs into play.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
you can turn your artifacts into you could kill them by making them zero mana 0/0s.
That's the great creator, right?
Yeah, that's a great creator. I don't know if they play Dominaria Khan anymore. I don't think so. But if they do, then that's not too bad. No Dominaria Khans. We have Khan the Great Creator. We have Walking Ballista. We have one Auroch Salvagers, maybe two Auroch Salvagers in his hand.
Caracas and a City of Traders.
Yeah. So overall, a solid hand. I don't think this hand is good enough though. I think Ballista gives you some equity. Oh, he keeps. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Khan is not too bad because it lets you wish for ensnaring bridge. Playing at Caracas.
Do you think these 4 color decks? Do you think they run abrupt decay?
Sorry,
Yeah, they run abrupt decay. I'm saying these 4 color decks.
Lemming Messiah is always interesting to listen to Ben just talk.
This is Johan. Yeah. Hi Johan, I'm here too. Sup?
Yeah, yeah. All the employees, past and present, mostly present. Um, yeah, abrupt decay for sure. Brainstorm Anilton. Okay. So the first time you start playing Legacy, you told don't play Brainstorm Anilton,
But there
right?
is situations. It's not black and white. Don't play brainstorm and
Yeah,
ton, especially if your hand is really good.
yeah, yeah.
Then you probably want to keep all the cards.
Especially against a deck with Chalice on one,
Yes.
playing a Brainstorm sooner rather than later is decent.
Also, if you're pressured, playing the playing like your playing your spell is better than not playing your spell, especially against like Delver decks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like. I think what I've seen often that I don't like is the Brainstorm to find blue cards for Force of Will, because you could just pitch the Brainstorm. Because if
Yeah.
you miss on that Force of Will, it's pretty devastating, right? It's pretty bad, right?
Yeah, you just have a force in hand.
Yeah. So this he's Chonding playing around days here, right? He led with Caracas into City of Traders into Chalice on one. It's gonna elicit a force pitching the days because Wei Chen knows that, oh yeah, my opponent's playing around days. I don't need this days anymore. Really really interesting, right? Because that's a kind of a mind game. Do you pitch the days because you don't have a days, or is it you pitch the days because you have a second days that you wanna?
Yeah.
So this is Ponder.
And here we see days.
Another days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it
And it's gonna
the
be
mind
it's
games
gonna be
again?
a huge blowout, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
So maybe
Tronte's
Chong things like
gonna play a third land, tap 4 mana, play
yeah.
a huge threat, and then Wei Chen's like, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he does have a card in hand.
Yeah,
Does he have a
he's
fourth?
he's
Does he
got
have a fourth mana?
all
Yeah.
4 mana cards in his hand. Yeah, yeah, this is mono 4 mana cards dot deck.
It's like I believe it's
Hi
two
Mario.
cons, a ballista, 2 cons, 2 ballistas, and
And
something else. I don't know what the last card is.
it looks like it salvages to me.
Mm.
I think we have the picture up. But those of you who are sick of looking at salvages, it's all cool. We're back to full screen coverage of um Eternal Sunday here at Kyoga Games. Yeah, plenty of pressure from Wei Chen, and yeah, it's gonna play a ballista for one to try and bait something, at least something from Wei Chen's side. But he's just at least gonna take care of this. He's gonna be patient. He's gonna wait. I think he's gonna look for some kind of Lotus Petal or some kind of artifact mana to try and at least or a Soul Land to let him play around the second days.
Do you not play his basic planes in hand?
He didn't. I mean, that would have cost him his City of Traders, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He can't play that planes. So he's gotta consider this, right? Okay. So he's drawn a second Chalice, and Chalice is actually really good bait for um for any potential counter magic on his opponent's hand, right? If he must imagine that if his opponent has another force, he's gonna pitch a second days if he has it. So if you're Wei Chen, are you like the Stone Cold Psycho and you just leave a days in your hand the entire game? Oh, yeah, he's going for it. So he's going to get. Yeah, I'm not even sure he needs a days here because that Goif kills the Khan, right?
Yeah, and you can say the days for the chalice
Yeah.
if a chalice would come down, but then again, he doesn't know he has a chalice.
Because artifact, creature, land, sorcery, instant, right?
Planeswalker.
Well, Planeswalker after he days, but he didn't need the days because Khan goes up to 5, yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's not easier to type. He goes up to 5. Oh, he goes up to 6. Okay, so there's a chance that the Khan would survive that turn, yeah? So the days was necessary. Land, instant, sorcery, creature, artifact. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you attacked in the. Okay,
Yeah. I mean, then he could ostensibly defend the Khan. I think that days is live no matter what. It's even more live after your opponent has sacked the City of Traders. But this puts a lot of pressure on Chongting. He basically has to find some kind of answer now, and I don't think there's anything in his deck he can draw that he's live to. Except maybe a ensnaring bridge.
Yeah,
if he's
again.
insane enough to side it in as a one-off.
And that's been a trend when we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
watching
Maybe he could
Bomberman.
have drawn. If he drew Plow, Plow would have been okay. Okay, so this is. So his best case scenario is he chum blocks the Goif and he shoots the Delver for
If he
one.
doesn't flip.
Right, he knows. Oh, then that's the bolt, and that's game. They're
Yep.
gonna go to game 3, despite what our scoreboard says.
How's the fruit?
Are you asking me about my dietary about my dietary like
Your lunch?
my
Yeah.
lunch over
I just
on
asked
air on stream?
I just asked the person just like give me any fruit.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we talk about magic
You
instead?
can.
Yeah,
bring up small talk during
yeah, it's kind of
sideboarding.
yeah. So I think sideboarding changes, right? Like he might take out his dazes, like we discussed. Yeah, and like Johnny didn't really see too many different cards out of his opponent. He didn't see any Winter Ops or Now Rods or any crazy stuff like that. He didn't even see Ancient Grudge. He just lost to the main deck. Right, he lost to Dazes, Force of Wills, and Tarmogoyfs.
Yeah, what Delver does best.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And Goyf is particularly punishing against this deck, right? Because of all the artifacts and stuff you're putting in the graveyard. It's larger than the average Goyf.
I feel like that. Is that from someplace?
It's from Yogi Bear.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
not your average bear, right?
Larger than
Ooh.
your. What about you, boo boo? Yeah. There used to be a guy who worked in the store that sounded like Yogi Bear. Mark down.
No.
Doesn't work here anymore. Yeah, and on Chongting's side of things, I think obviously the plows came in, right? Yeah, do you think he takes out the disenchants, for example, that he might have brought in, worrying about something like
Noron.
yeah. I think Nauro is just
It's such a like, it's
beating.
usually a one off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't play. You just
I'm-
you don't board in
I'm
three
pretty
cards
surprised
for
this deck
one off.
doesn't play Chrome Mox. I guess you don't have a lot of colored cards. This hand looks decent, right? It's a turn 1 chalice. It has a Cavern of Souls to make a uncounterable monastery mentor.
What Mishra's Bubble,
Yeah. So you can play this 2 ways, right?
Plains, City of Traders, Montal, Chalice, and that last card is not too sure.
I think it's a Cavern.
Okay.
Right at the back of the hand. It could be a disenchant. But it looks like a Cavern to me.
Oh, something's on the play, so
Yeah, this is a
it's a Force or Chalice. We'll see.
yeah. And that's kind of the strength of these decks, right? Like in a matchup where you know it's really key, you can actually mulligan for it. And the London Mulligan helps a lot in finding these cards. These kind of 2-card combos, effective 2-card combos.
That's why you see like these less consistent decks like Mono Red Stompy getting an uptick, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I suppose Stompy is worse off now because of Plague Engineer. Because your goblins just die right away. But there are new cards you could play. I saw someone playing Season Pyromancer.
Oh really?
Yeah, I saw someone playing Angia, it's a new card from Commander.
Angia.
Yeah. Angia's Ravager.
Oh.
This card. Yeah, Chalice on 1. Easy mode. Okay, guys. First, we're looking at Angia's Ravager,
Okay.
which is a 3-mana 3/3. Has nothing to do with this game, and which is it's a kind of a non-game because there's a Chalice on 1 in play. So I figured we'd just talk about another deck.
Yeah.
Um,
So it basically it's kind of awkward with ensnaring bridge, but besides that, yeah, it's pretty decent.
yeah, but I guess in the matchups where bridge is important, you take out the threats, right, and you just win with Chandra. And in the games where you do want the threats, then you can just take the bridges out. So that is Cavern of Souls.
And plus, it has attack each combat if able, so it has that Goblin Rebel Master type of.
Yeah. The
Feel
feel
to
to
it,
it.
the
Yeah,
feel.
yeah. The kind of mindlessly charging into the fray. But yeah, back to the non-game at hand. Chalice on 1 means that half of Wei Chuan's hand is empty. He's play a Chalice.
I think I see a Dreadhorde Arcanist pull to the front of Wei Qian's.
Yeah. So
Not that it's not going to flashback anything. That's
yeah.
one.
Or if it does flash or anything, it's just gonna get counted again. But yeah, looking for a land. I think the next turn is gonna be interesting for Chongting because he's gonna be able to play a mentor, an uncounterable mentor, and then play a couple of cheap artifacts into it. and kind of get his token game going. This is 2 mana 1/3.
Yep, not too worried about that.
Not so worried about that.
Well, now you know he doesn't have a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, more mentor fodder. Here we go. So he has 2 tokens, and he's like, "Who's the beatdown now, boys?" Would you consider, for
Forcing.
example, keeping one of the Lionside diamonds to attack next turn? You play one
2
this
prowess
turn,
to get the
yeah,
triggers.
to get the prowess
I
trigger
guess
next
to get
turn.
past the.
Yeah, to get past the 1/3.
Oh,
Right?
maybe he has a bobble. Maybe he did keep up one.
Did he keep one?
No, he didn't.
He
Anyways,
ripped the bobble for this turn.
But if he kept the Lanza Diamond, I guess he would attack with 1 token and 1 mentor.
Well, now you can still attack with 2 tokens, and get to push 2 points of damage through, right? Because he blocks with the Dreadhawk Arcanist. Yeah.
Yep.
I like cracking the bobble first to see what. I mean, doesn't matter, right? But he's gonna crack the bobble at any point anyway.
Yeah. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
And he didn't play anything on turn 3. He passed with 3 mana open, which means that you know his hand is entirely 1-drops, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna bubble him. Look at his hand. Yep. Surprise, surprise. It's a 1 mana card. And yeah, he drew 2 0 mana.
That was attack for 7, correct?
This is so sick. Well, he
blocked 1.
He blocked 1, so
Yeah,
it's
so
attack
6.
for 5. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He fetch. Okay, 14.
So he's gonna chump. Wow. He's going for the chump. Okay, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to draw Rough and Tumble. If he has that in his deck, right? A Pyroclasm or Rough Tumble does it.
I think he deals damage to each creature without flying.
He's got the old gamble going. He's gonna peek at his hand, but obviously behind a. Yeah, and
I think that's game.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's Chalice doing Chalice
these well-dressed women in corporate.
I just
outfits.
noticed that.
Yeah. Did our friend Wong Wei Chen in? So yeah, that's the game. I mean, I think Chongting won 2-1.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, a little bit of a unexciting finale to the day. Well, kind of semi-climax to the day, right? Because we're going to move into the single limb rounds, the top 8 rounds. But where we will see Chongting again with his Bomberman deck. We probably won't see Wei Chen there because he's been eliminated in this round. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you
during
the top 8.
We'll see you for the top 8, and we also, if you ever miss any of these videos, you can check them all out on
YouTube.
Twitch, on YouTube.
Yep.
And like us on Facebook.
Yep. Facebook, and we have a store here at 83 Club Street, and yeah, just come check us out. Okay, see you.